Sunday Sharpe do 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 do. Sunday Sharpe do 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 do. Sunday Sharpe do 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 do. Ah, hello, 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 hello. Welcome, greeting, salutation. Back again already. That hardly feels like a couple of days since the last one. Oh yeah, it was. Oh well. Yeah, so you might notice. Oh, go away, McAfee rubbish. I've not made a huge amount of forward progress on the nook. But that's because I wanted to leave it to do today. Mostly because the diamond painting I am working on is definitely not safe for YouTube. So yeah, we're back to a bit of bookie nookie. Sammy, how you doing, my old friend? So yeah, I figured we'd just do a bit more book nuking. Not a huge amount left to do. Although it's going to be some of the awkward, annoying, well, not annoying, but I shall try not to use the hammer too much. Yeah, so I finished the first page of Distractions anyway, and we've got that far, so it's most of the bottom row is basically sticking some books down and then putting the side on, putting the top on, and putting the dust cover on. So that bit won't take long. Just wanted to make sure I had something safe for work that I could be doing while I was streaming. I did have a diamond painting order from Shein turn up. Was it yesterday or the day before? Can't remember. I think it was Friday actually. Yeah. I've not got around to unpacking those and putting them into the folio yet, but again, can't do it on stream because they're naughty ones. I think at least 3 of them are nudies or have nudity. I think they're fairly heavily pixelated. Yeah, might be able to get away with it. See how we go. But other than that, book nook, maybe do a bit more on Athena there. I think basically done. It's just a few more touch-ups to do where the skin tone's looking a bit weird in places, but that's it. Oh, Sam's having a drive. I did find out the original meaning and whatever of Boxing Day for you. It comes from, in the way back, obviously all the servants would have to work Christmas Day. So the day after, their employers would give them a box with probably mostly leftover food, a few presents, little gifts, things like that. And they would have Boxing Day off to be with their families or have the day off. So that's where it comes from. Because they used to get given a box with some goodies in it. Yeah. Nothing like a random factoid to start things off. Yeah, poor people's Christmas. Yeah. Or thinking to these days, you've got the emergency services, obviously, all have to work Christmas, or the people who I still don't understand why people need to go to the pub Christmas Day or a restaurant. It's weird. Howdy, Linkbot. I know Linkbot is a bot, but I always say hello. Guessing I've not been removed from Fish Fan Link then. It's been a while since I've seen Linkbot. Need a little bit more glue. And no, I'm not using the glue that came with the kit. Because I'm going to use the one I know that works. And that I know doesn't take hours to set. And yes, I'm going to stick the top book on at an angle. And then we're going to add a little glue there, over where it says paste. And we're going to stick the books down. There we go, and that is that section done. Huzzah! Although, looking at the very next section, we do need a whole load more glue. Never mind. So we need eight, calm down. Which is going to be the bottom one, you can guarantee it. Yes. And that way around looks about right. See 23 and 25. Spruce C seems to be all the little detail-y pieces. Oh, it's the lampy lamps. Hopefully they don't break. Well, come on. 2. So yeah, what have I been up to the last couple of days? Generally eating too much and then trying to recover from eating too much. So lots of heavy naps, food comas, not feeling like doing much. Yeah, almost looking forward to going back to work just to get back into routine. Although next week isn't going to be routine because I'm in early because we're closing early because of bank holidays and stuff, and I figured rather than having this day's a bank holiday, this day isn't, this day is, this day isn't, rather than confusing customers and staff, we're just going to shut early every day. Which 34. He's going to need sanding. 33. 30. And 32. Sandy stick. The good thing about having flexible sanders, you can sand into corners without any difficulty. Yeah, so I've not heard anything too outlandish on the news lately. The King's Christmas message, channeling Sean Connery there. King's Christmas message seems to have gone over rather well. Very measured, thoughtful, eloquent, and sensible. Oh, pardon me. I don't think there's a huge amount other that's gone on since Thursday. I've been looking after the neighbours' cats, which is as easy as just give fusses, feed, clear up behind. And as the weather's not been too bad, as they've been outside a lot, so there's not been a lot to clear up inside. So I'm quite happy about that. So, very little litter box mess to be cleared up, which is always good. Working my way through the leftovers from Christmas dinner, which I'm basically done now. It's just all the other bits. So all the various crispy bits, chips, if you want to call them that, sweets, chocolate, just those left to finish off. And I'll be able to get my belly back to normal as well. So yeah, I've been some interesting, mostly pork and onion based shenanigans going on lately. So fingers crossed that's all sorted itself out. I don't have to call Anglian Water again to warn them about the toilet or what's going to be coming down the pipe. Make sure the picture's straight. Sherlock Holmes would not have wonky pictures in his house. G2 and G11. Here's that one. 11 being the fireplace. Come on. Two being the mantelpiece. So that's just going to sit there. Which side do the holes go? That way around. Right. And if anyone is here, loud noises. There we are. And now we reach and we grab the bookie shelves and put them in. They're actually quite low down, so it's them four there then. And so I'm not actually hitting these with the hammer. It is just the weight of the hammer itself doing the work. I know the loud noises are annoying, but I don't want to get it like mostly done and then realise I've got to smack everything into place still. Best to do it when you've got a nice flat surface to work on. There we go. That one went in a bit easier. Yeah, I do enjoy building these book nooks. And I say, yeah, only thing I tend to find is they don't take me long to build. They can be a bit noisy. And because they don't take me long to build, they work out kind of expensive. Right. Do that. And also they take up room. Oh, on me. So, yeah, that's basically just going to glue on there. It really doesn't take a huge amount of glue if you've got decent glue. Probably the number one mistake I see people make whenever they're building, you know, models of any description with glue involved, they just tend to use way too much glue. Obviously, the more glue you use, the longer it takes to go off. But yes, E4, 5, 6, and 7. Yes, that one. 4, 5, 6, 7. That sounds like neighbour is home. So yay, won't have to sort the cats out this evening. But boo, that means I will have to walk the dog tomorrow. But that's okay, she'll be excited to see me. Have all sorts to tell me about her exciting time away at Grandma and Grandpa's. As long as she hasn't tried to eat any doors this time. What she did last time. They went out and left her in the kitchen, and she basically ate the kitchen door. And she doesn't like being shut away. Basically, she couldn't get to a window and look out and see what was going on outside. So she then chewed her way out of the kitchen, got into the living room, got up on the living room windowsill and barked at everyone that went past. Because that's what she does. Well, she barks at me whenever I go past as well, so and that one. Oh, they're going to be the steps, or stairs. So yeah, that's fun. I suppose it's that time of year now where people start talking about their plans for the channel moving forward. I'm pretty much just going to carry on as I am. Try to remember to make content. Which, yes, I know I've been very slack with lately. I do apologise. There's been a lot going on, and I've, to be honest, not really had anything I kind of wanted to make videos about. or had anything I can make a video about. Oh, pardon me. Don't really want to just make a video to upset people on purpose. As easy as that would be. You know, I've got better things I'd like to do with my time. And surely these would have been easier to put in before we put the doofer in. There you go. That's that. I say it's very quiet today. F9, 14 and 15. But if it is quiet and dead, then that's probably going to work out quite well. Well, hold on a moment. There's somebody knocking at the door. I should be back as soon as possible. Thank you very much. Can you? I'm sure you'll tell me all about it tomorrow, won't you? Yeah. My cats have had kids in blankets, king tiger forms. Yeah, and also right by where Mary parks, where her driver's side door is. Yeah. I think this is so long outside. Oh yeah, Joy, if we did this afternoon, the same thing. Still about the same thing. I thought, well, I think it's hot wood. So then that didn't make any difference. I think she's got so used to going outside. I think what it is when she needs to go, because it's always running, she needs to go, and ain't got the time to position herself, maybe. Stop now and get it done. Well, I've done everything. Except last year. That one is now other side of this. As you go up the better. Yeah. So, I'll take everything down there. This is one thing. I think it's just she's eating so much, there's so many people to feed her. Yeah, how many years do you think that? The side of the road they feed her. Yeah, I try not to feed too much. I was getting burned out when they were eating feeding blankets.
Black cat's got bulk.
Yes, not yeah, try and pick up the solid.
Yeah.
Right.
It's the nicest cat I've known in my father.
Yeah, it's awkward to sort of feel.
It's straight in there.
Very straight. I'll go out, pick the pot bowl up, bring it in, round my legs on front.
The weirdest thing is, the other back is that thing and he lifts your head. He lifts it, it's like the good to lift it.
Yeah, he's grooming you. You're a good boy. Come on, you. No, you can't eat that.
She found him. She actually found him.
He tries to go to every cat that we see out on the walk. Yeah, and then they start arching the back, this and trying to whack around the
Oh,
bush.
she got his whack of its own, but on there, just having a laugh. She found him up top of the lake. That's where the cat is also big. I think it's doing that. That's what he's doing. His legs, he's walking straight. Yeah, that's a bit of a and he followed us down. It was very rough. He was there, right people up.
Whichever really is for you. I always do my UK taxes, my US taxes. No, no. Yeah.
No, I'm going to sell one without seeing what I
You know,
about 50 pounds.
I'm sure that would look after you, wouldn't it, mate? Deep and sirloin. Oh, I'm looking after cats, that's not a problem. Oh, panic attack. Oh, yeah. Frosting, yeah, frosty yesterday, not our frost. I don't call them. If you don't feel cold to touch them, you pick them up and you just warm. Yeah, no, so we had frost most days, so really cold winters like -2 and
And everyone on Facebook, so you seem to have to get really, really hot. Doesn't help much, it didn't really help.
get outside of the bit and spent money on this and absolute hole.
They built these states digging an apple bar in 10 years. Bigger than an apple bar. Think about that. Bigger.
Yeah. Half of it, yeah. This is what we do. I know you don't like going between legs. Eh? Yep. Yep.
That's what we tested. There's no special places there. There's no special archaeological places to see those systems. All that's been built.
I build on anything I can. Yes, no worries, Sargon. Oh, anybody here? Oh, still no one here. Ah, Deli. Hello, my darling. If you're still there. Um, I had my neighbour knock on the door and talking about cats and doggo and things like that. Uh, oh, howdy, Hermocles. Oh. 14 and 15. Yeah, I'm good. It's everyone else, you know how it is. Looking forward to getting next week out of the way so everything goes back to normal. Get rid of all the parties and celebrations and all that rubbish. Go back to a normal routine, normal diet, normal routine hours and work and all that kind of stuff. I know, boring, old, all that, but just the way it is. So if you turn this camera a little bit so you can see what I'm doing and pop that light on, that might help. Is that blown it up? Yes, that could be the problem. Well, it could, except it's not going in, so that's just going to sit there, I believe. Oh no, that goes into that, right. So the fact that it has partially snapped itself might be interesting. Sold all the seahorses, listed all fish for sale, want to move. That's probably the easiest way to do it, to be honest, isn't it? Actually sell all the livestock before you move. Then you haven't got to faff about and figure out actually moving all the animals. It's bad enough with furries or featheries, or even scalies like reptiles that can just be put in a tote or something while you move. But yeah, fish are a problem when it comes to moving. Quite a big problem at that. And we've got that upside down or something. That's not lining up with the holes. And this is a nice weak part as well, so it's going to snap on me if I'm not careful. corals, so I'll do it less stressed. Yeah, not having to set up the tanks straight away as well. Yeah, that's always a bonus. I think, I mean, I might not actually, I'm not planning to move anytime soon, if ever, if I can get away with it. Yeah, I think I'd probably do the same thing, or see if I can get the LFS to just take all my fish in for a couple of days or week or whatever while I get myself sorted out. Okay. Yeah. Loud noises. Yeah, and so it's people who have like a better or a tank, they stress about it enough. But if you've got multiple tanks, a few tiny homes collected close to my girlfriend's home. That's trouble taking care of my old ones. Yeah. Yeah, I can definitely see that. So bookcase 2, which is that one. Ooh, pardon me. Oh, great, and then put the second, just put the second floor in, which is attached to all the rest of the electrical bits. Yeah, that's going to make life real flipping interesting. I swear, some of these times, some of these things, they really don't think about the instructions and how it's going to go together. How much of a pain in the ring piece it's going to be. Especially when you get all the cables into a little gap like that. There we go. Obviously, if these things aren't pushed all the way in, when you go to put the other side on, it won't fit. So, a quick glance at what we're looking at. Rant away, Homer. Rant away. Get the old timers in assistant living and get a normal job. Don't know what I'll do, but something's got to change. Yeah, you got to. It's not something I can like give advice on because not been there, and obviously my family situation is going to be way different to yours. Um, you got to do what works best for you. That's the main thing. Yeah, it's not easy. I'm with you there. I mean, life in general isn't easy, but you start adding all sorts of other complications like that to it, and it really isn't. Um, that's sometimes I'm glad I have literally nothing to do with any of my family. I never see any of them. Oh, be quiet, fish family pot. It's not always about making money. What do you think I am, a capitalist? Right. 1, 3, 8, and 10. 1. Three. Feeling like just popping out with cigarettes and milk. Yeah, I know. I'm familiar with that sentiment and statement. I've thought about it before as well. I live on my own, so just disappearing. The people who decide they just want to up sticks and live in the wilderness, go off grid, whatever they want to call it. Sometimes you do wonder whether they've got the right idea or not. You think, well, it's probably well, it's a lot harder to like just do it that way over here, like build a cabin in the woods and disappear, because someone will own the woods, or it'll be national land or something, and you won't be allowed to. And then some Karen will stick their nose in. So that way round, that in there. Yeah, I say just watch out for Bigfoot and Dogman, you'll be fine. Or the Jersey Devil, or Mothman, or actually, I'm pretty sure I know exactly what the scariest thing to find in the American wilderness would be. Other Americans. I'd probably be less scared of a mountain lion or a bear than a human being. Probably says a lot. Not just about me. So I would rather deal with Bigfoot or Mothman than I would a human in the woods. Someone once said to me about me wandering around graveyards at night. Aren't you scared about being in a graveyard at night? Because there'd be some strange people. There might be some very strange people there. Australian European wilderness, a joke. Only animals dangerous at the hunters. Yeah, exactly. Um, yeah, humans are more scary than the wild animals. As you know why? The wild animals are more predictable. You can, you know what they're going to do. And as long as you're not a complete idiot, you're going to be safe. Loud noises. So that's that destruction done as well. Right. Now what's. Oh, God. We're doing more. Note the orientation of the F-16 assembly. Right. Oh, so the other bookcase has got to go in there. That's got to go in there. That's got to go in there. Oh, geez. Wild boar ain't that scary with two big dogs. Yeah, I mean, UK probably the scariest piece of wildlife you're likely to come across other than a human being. And depending where you are, because you might find a red deer, and if you find a male red deer, they can be quite dangerous. Um, Other than that, it's probably going to be a badger. Let's be honest, our biggest carnivore is a fox. By size, by weight, is a badger. Well, they want it to be wolves, but every time they start trying to reintroduce wolves, the people who make their money from people shooting deer and birdies up in the Highlands, um, European lynx. Hello, Deli, my darling. How the devil are you? Sorry I wasn't around when you first popped in. I was talking to my neighbour. He knocked on the door. Yes, we were discussing doggo and putty cats. And howdy, Mikey. Oh, pardon me. That was a good one. Oh, that's a point. Our neighbour's back home. I've got to keep the burping quieter and the farting and the doing noisy stuff early in the morning. uh, Lovely man from Yorkshire made it here safe, going home on the 1st. I'm sure you'll have a wonderful time up until then. I know what you got for Christmas. Well, one of the things you got for Christmas. Um, sunburnt already. Well, he wouldn't be a Brit on holiday if he wasn't sunburnt. It's traditional. You managed to not get sunburnt and you're a ginger, so. Yeah, it's a Brit thing. We go somewhere hot and sunny, get burnt, spend the rest of our holiday complaining about being burnt. Oh, you're sunburnt too. Yeah, I know it's hot. It's literally the middle of your summer. Longest days of the year. Overcast, we still got burnt. You can. This is what people don't realise. You don't have to be sitting in direct sun to get sunburnt. It's salmon pink is the colour. Yeah, it's when you slap him on the burn and he squeals. At least when you both start peeling, you can play the game of peel each other's skin off. Though. Yeah, Sun Brute will sow the UV. I mean, you can get burnt in the UK really easily as well, and you can guarantee it. That first first sunny hot weekend that we get, depending on what time of year it turns up, it might be in March, or it could be June, British weather. That first hot weekend, everyone will go out, sit in the garden, sit in the sun, go to the beach, go to the pub, sit outside, drink, blah, blah, blah. They'll be out in the sun for hours, making the most of the weather. All the lads will take their t-shirts off. All the girlies and ladies will be wearing pretty little dresses. And they'll all end up lobster red. 6 degrees the other day. Yeah, that was one of the warm ones. It was -2 yesterday. Went round to feed the cats. I mate that will run outside, take his shirt off and sands on. Yeah. Sun worshippers, or as dermatologists call them, future patients. Lived in Stoke. Well, yeah. I mean, I'd rather have cancer than be in Stoke, to be honest. You'd prefer to turn sunflower. Yeah. Yeah, sun worshippers, sunflowers, same thing. But then, you know, back when I'd go fishing, I would regularly get burnt. Yeah, it's one of them national jokes. I'm trying to think what the place would be the equivalent of in Australia. And it's most of America, to be honest. Um, yeah, run down industrial poop hole. That's basically what Stoke is. I think it's twinned with Beirut. Which is the local joke around here is Thetford. And then King's Lynn, which is Thetford on Sea. You get these places where they spend a load of money like revamping, updating, upgrading, making everything nice, blah blah blah. But they do it in a relatively small area, like the main shopping centre, or like the centre of the town, or whatever the new development is. Then you go outside of that, and it's still an absolute hole. sort of travel quarter mile, half a kilometre the wrong way, and you're back in the 70s. Or pebbled ash concrete and bloody horrible. But hey ho, such is life. That's life. That's what all the people say. Yeah, but I'll say it now. There are people here. The reason I'm doing the book nook rather than the diamond painting I normally do is because the diamond painting I started is a very naughty one, and I don't really think I could actually censor it. I would basically have to put a sheet of paper over 2/3 of it, and then work in one corner. Right. Ooh. So do we just do the other wall that's not attaching to anything? I think I shall, because that's just going to be awkward. There's lots of swearing and banging if I continue doing this piece. So I'll pop the electronical bits out of the way. Stand that up there. And it blocks all the light. That'll do. It's a bit better. So yeah, we'll start on assemble the scene 2, which is basically stick all the bits to the wall first. Right, we can do that. Poster pasting area. Basically stick all the random posters up. K2 times 3. 1, 2, 3. K3 times 4. Right. So we'll start with the bigger ones. And we'll actually try and put them up the right way around. What sticks in there? What goes in above it? Clipboard. Is it just a clipboard? Yes, so we can spread them about properly. Except some of them are repeated. So we'll go like that. Like that. Like that. And then how many of the K2s? It's 3 of them. Which, luckily, there are 3 separate designs. So I can put one there. One there. Scrambled egg and cheese sandwich, coffee. That sounds like heaven. Yum. As long as it's decent cheese, of course. I had a piece of Lancashire cheese yesterday. Just straight Lancashire, no blue, no anything else in it, just the Lancashire cheese. And I looked at the ingredients. Milk. That was it. Literally one ingredient. No additives, no preservatives, no nothing, because cheese doesn't need it. Oh, damn it. Well, I glued the wrong one in the wrong place. I think I have. Oh well. Well, that's 28. It goes there. 31. It goes up there. 26 goes there. Goes there, and then 32, which we've already popped out. I've a funny feeling I stuck one in the wrong place. And how's the glue set? Yes, and am I going to destroy it by trying to peel it off again? This is the problem when you use good glue. No, it popped off fine. Right, which means that one goes on there. That one goes there. Right. Disaster averted. G'day, Craigo. How you doing? Belle finally got a bit of time off work. Or is she still pounding out the hours? More today. Oh, bless her. Oh. Call her a ledge for me and give her a great big hug. Right, that'll do. That's that problem fixed. Pop the scalpel back over there. Yes, I said scalpel. How to spot the scale modeler. They use a scalpel without being worried about cutting themselves. Right. We're literally not allowed to use even a Stanley or a utility knife at work. because they're dangerous. Like, yeah, but it's probably less dangerous than trying to use a pair of scissors to cut something that's, you know, where you got the scissors spread wide open and you end up slipping and slicing the inside of your finger open with a pair of scissors. That's never good. People trying to cut things like price tickets out straight using a pair of scissors. It's like, if we just had a cutting mat, a scalpel, and a steel ruler, that would take seconds and it'd be perfectly square and straight every time. Oh, but they're dangerous. Oh, don't let idiots use them then. Leave it to people who can be trusted with sharp objects. Mind you, saying that, I probably shouldn't be trusted with sharp objects either, but especially not around customers. Um, I'm not saying I'd cut a customer. It'd probably be more like, do you want to know how much you're peeing me off right now? No, how much? Slash. That much. I don't think that'd probably go down too well, would it? Think I might get a negative review. And yes, that does happen. I mean, some of the negative reviews are laughable. Like when the colleague that was causing all the trouble and who tried to throw me under the bus, and I returned the service. Well, weirdly enough, their sister-in-law came in a few days, week later, and I served her, the sister-in-law. The store manager stood right beside me, so he knew I didn't do or say anything wrong, bad, blah blah blah. It was a perfectly normal, straightforward transaction, and yeah, we got the review back, and I got absolutely slated. And he was like, "Boy, I was stood there. You didn't do anything at all wrong. It was absolutely normal." I'm like, "Yeah, but you know who that was, right?" "No, such and such his sister-in-law." "Oh, that explains it." Yeah, yeah. She was sent in to cause trouble. That's what that was all about. Literally just pure petty BS. So that review got removed. Ooh, 6, 7, it's giving me some kind of order to do things in, is it? Right, so 9. That one. Or that one. Well, that one. And that is a joke that only the Brits will get. Well, that one. It comes from a TV series called Little Britain, which is, let's be honest, never getting repeated in the UK, let alone anywhere else. Don't think people could deal with it these days. 9, 8, 10, 5. Right. So what's 6, 7, and 10 for then? There's some other staircase somewhere. Be there. Right. So very strange. Yeah. I don't know what some people think they're going to achieve by doing these things. Or just petty BS. Do you not think that it's going to get investigated if you send in a really bad review of a colleague? Do you not think it might get checked out? You know, the fact that it's going to be on CCTV. And it will be obvious if anything untoward happened. But hey, what do I know? F4 and F5. There. F4. F5. Let's figure out where they go. So, it's got to be there. And that don't look right. That looks too high. It is the only ones it fits in. So don't get in there. Yeah, so sprue H. Is that actually? Yeah, that's it. Still got a bunch of books left to do. 2 and 7. Five, 12, 14. Oh, 10, 11. Oh, sweet. So basically finish this shelf, or this, I want to say sprue. Stupid people win stupid prizes. Exactly. It's, it's, we should have expected it because the former colleague is an absolute drama queen. If there isn't any drama, some has to be manufactured. If there's nothing bad going on, then something bad has to be made to go on. Which those of us who are older just don't have the ability to care. It's like, no, you've got. It's always tiny little things getting blown up out of all proportion. It's like someone said, "Oh yeah, but if you say this, then they have to do this," and then it's like, all you've got to do is say this, and then they have to investigate it. You're like, oh, just grow up. If you got a problem with someone, talk to them. Don't do the equivalent of running to teacher, not as an adult, because that's one way to just get hated. But they're treating me differently. They're not treating me the same as everyone else. Well, no, because if we treat you the same as everyone else, you fly off the handle, start accusing people of things, or run off in a cloud of, flood of tears. So you can't be treated like a normal person because you're not. Because normal people don't do that kind of stuff. Especially not normal adults. This is the thing when a child or someone fresh out of school, so the drawer goes in there, which is that one. I'm sure there's nothing else to go in there. Okay. Then F1 goes in there. telling me there's probably going to be a load of books have got to go on it, isn't it? Yes. It is F1, isn't it? Yeah, it's got to be the only one left. And goes in that way there with a D39 in it. Yeah, so hopefully next week I shall have some stuff to actually waffle about. Mostly just grumbling about having to go back to work and working early, quite probably, but so I had a week off and not a lot tends to happen when I'm at home on my own. The occasional ghosty sort of thing happens and chores and what have you, but I think Christmas went well. I managed to not pee anyone off so far, I don't think. I believe Nadine is going to like her Prezi when she finally gets home. Because Mary's not seen her since Christmas Eve morning. What else is there? Oh, 13, 14. We've got the rest of the steps to go in, have we? Which are up there. So we flip them over. We'll see which ones go first. Right. So that's one. Two. Three. And 4. Which you try not to throw them on the floor. And we grab our Temu torch. Our ridiculously bright Temu torch. There we go. Ooh. That one goes in gold. That one goes in there. That one goes in there. Oh, that one went in nice and easy. That's what she said. That one. And that one. Yep. I think one of these days I will have to visit 221B Baker Street and go see the Sherlock, as it would be called in French. No, that's Spruce C. We want Spruce E. Utter Bellendicus. 13, 14, 15, 17, 25, 26. Well, that's God. 17. Yeah. Oh yes, actually I was watching you might be familiar with the channel Nerd Forge. Basically, yeah, nerds who make stuffs or makers, as I believe the term is. And Martina, one of the hosts, had built a book nook. There's one with infinity mirror and I forget the name of it. It's basically using a screen and a mirror to project an image onto that mirror. So basically, it looked like it was done. It was a library, but it went on infinite, and the little candles or braziers were lit all the way down infinitely because of the effect. And one of the Nook companies has literally completely stolen the idea and basically done the exact same thing. A few minor changes, but you know. And they're basically claiming that it's their design and blah blah blah. Well, they did it first, and Martina copied them. Problem is, Martina put the video up a few years ago, and they're only now just releasing it. So, yeah, the usual Chinese. Do you mean trademark, copyright, or you know, artist theft? I know I'm not the one to talk about it, given that I buy all my diamond paintings from the Far East, but at least most of mine are customs, and it's either me borrowing a photo that I found on Google image search or Reddit, or something I have actually custom generated myself with AI. So there's no artist theft there. And if the image is up online and is not watermark as protected, then it's fair game, fair use, I believe. Oh, pardon me. Tasty. Loud noises again. So I'm just going to put this in, then I'm going to have a ciggy, and then I'm going to start doing books because there we go. Yeah, there are a few more bits to put on this side. But I think we'll leave it for now. Technically that drawer does come out, but it's real tight. So yeah, we'll leave that for now. And this, yeah, but I'm not actually hitting it. I'm literally just letting the weight of the hammer do all the work, which is the way you should use hammers. If you're having a wallop, you're using too like a hammer. Just the weight of the hammer should be the one doing the work. Maybe not when you're walloping nails into a big bit of wood, but pretty much anything else, the weight of the hammer is what does the work. No, we have missed two little pieces out. But yeah, so I think what I'll probably do is get this finished before I start on, or before continuing on with the diamond painting, because I'll be honest, there's not a lot left of this to do. And I'd rather remember where I was and get it done and not miss things. Get it all put together and then realise there's a shelf at the back that should have had a load of books put on it, and I haven't. And you can see just where it says paste, but actually just stick the books to, but actually getting the books there is almost impossible. But yeah, I think the next video is going to be, if I don't do a sort of year in retrospect, been sleeping a lot, hibernation, maybe all laziness is flaring up. It's that time of year, shorter days. But generally, if you're sleeping a lot, it's because your body needs the sleep. That's what I normally find. If I'm, sleeping in, and although I'm a bit weird on that because I will wake up at stupid o'clock in the morning, be awake, do stuff, but then usually by the time most people are getting up, I'm ready to go back to bed again. Which is why I'm really not looking forward to Wednesday. So I've got to be in at work for 10. So I've got to hope I sleep well Tuesday night and don't wake up at stupid o'clock in the morning, because otherwise I'll be wanting a nap literally as I leave for work. And that's never going to go well. Thankfully, there should be lots of people in this week because we're on shorter hours and closed for a day. So getting everyone's hours in is going to be a pig, but there is that. And I think they said from February we will be closing an hour early as well, but permanently. So finishing at 7 in the evening rather than 8. Which does mean I lose an hour in the morning. But I gain an hour in the evening. And then, got an itch. and then I won't need my lights on my bike for quite so much of the year. So it'll be an hour, so it'll be a month earlier. So maybe around March I'll be able to take the lights off, and then I won't have to put them back on again until late October. That would be a result. That is the only downside with finishing at 8. Literally 6 months of the year I'm coming home in the darkness. And as it is now, when I go for my first ciggy break at 4:15, it's already dark outside. Yeah, so video wise, yeah, I might do a year in retrospective of what's sort of gone on hobbies wise, fish wise, life wise, which most people are probably going to have zero interest in. And then I'll do a unboxing video of the other book nook that Mary got me. And then I've got to figure out what to do with the money I've got in gift cards and such. Oh, is it 75 minus? So I've still got 58 quid's worth of gift cards to spend. So do I get random stuffs from Temu, or do I get stuffs from Amazon, or so I've already got another Shein order coming of adult diamond paintings, shall we say? Oh, and let's see if I can actually do this, because Mary did get me some cool socks for Christmas. If I can actually get my leg up there, get my leg over, and then turn it. Not really visible. And yes, that's how small my feet are. Yes, Cthulhu socks, which aren't going to be worn for work because, don't want to destroy them. All that schlepping about in steel toe caps that soon destroys shoes. Okay, let's do the rest of the books. I've got a quarter of an hour or so left. I'm going to clip my foot. You're going to start uploading feet porn. Just tell it. Just say it's some OnlyFans girl or something. Because let's be honest, I've got women's feet, size-wise, or children's, because I can. Literally, they're a bit tight, and I'd have to buy the widest width set that they do, but I can wear children's shoes. The largest size children's shoes they make, which, it's kind of funny. But Sharpe can wear kiddie shoes. But there's a thing with that. In the UK, we have VAT, which is our equivalent of sales tax, obviously, because you've got to tax everything. Well, in the UK, children's clothing is exempt from VAT, sales tax. So if I were to buy shoes the correct size, they would be 20% cheaper than buying them the size I do wear, which is 2 sizes bigger, which is an adult size. Yeah. So I can get into them, but children's shoes are just weird proportioned. And he's going for the size I do wear. They're a normal kind of proportion. They don't look weird. They don't look super small. And they are, but yeah. And there is a reason I have small feet. That's and probably small hands. Although my hands aren't as noticeably smaller than my feet are. And that's because when I was of the age when most people's feet are growing, I had an eating disorder. So I basically didn't grow in that time of my life. And plus, both my parents have got small feet. That said, I do tower over both my parents. Yeah, that's about it. Oh, hang on, is that the cover of the book I think it is? Can we read it? Yeah, it is. Of Mice and Men, which is a bit wrong for Sherlock Holmes because it's a bit late. There we go. Oh, someone's typing. Nourishment. No, so people with big hands, yeah, they got big gloves, or they're not good at small, detailed, delicate work. They're absolute oaf. That is something I have noticed. Excuse me, from the building small stuff like models and book nooks and what have you. The amount of times I see people doing it and they're using tweezers to hold the small parts, and I'm just picking them up and doing it with my hands. Also, my fingernails usually come into that as well, because if you've got reasonable length fingernails, they work as a pair of tweezers as well. I have had a couple of random troll comments lately from people on the channel. People telling me I need to cut my nails because my nails are too long. I'm like, that's what you took out of that video? Is that I've got long fingernails? What's wrong with that? What do they do if I actually painted my nails? Or maybe that's what I should do. Maybe I should use these. Film a video with these on. See how many people get really confused. Let me open it up. Oh, come here. I ordered these for Halloween and then realised I wasn't actually going to be working for Halloween. That's just going to glare out completely because of the plastic. Turn some the right way up. Maybe I should do a video with those on. How many people would that upset, do you reckon? Yeah, good point. If all they got to complain about is my nails, then the rest of the video must be pretty much okay. Good point. But yeah, I've never taken it serious. It's like, okay, if that's all you got to do, I'm just like, I had a comment on what is my most viewed video, which I think I haven't even checked how many views it's at now. Last time I checked, I think it was around 25,000 views. It's just a comment. It's a bad video. What? Well, you know. It's like an unboxing of a fish tank or something. You know, literally, pretty much every other comment on that video is positive, or it's like asking more questions about the tank, or it's usually, how the heck do you attach the filter, or do I need to change this filter cartridge as often as they say I do? You know, those kind of questions. Well, I had one this week. It's a good few years old now, that video. It's the black water tank, the one that's got the clowneyplex in it. And when I bought it, it was £85. Probably maybe 4 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago, I think. And it's now £165. It's literally doubled in price. And I was like, geez. Because I remember I got the tank, I got the heater, and the bogwood to go in it. Yeah, because I had vouchers as well, because it was a pet store that you get vouchers and what have you. Actually had some useful ones, which is why I got it. So yeah, I got the tank, the heater, the wood, the substrate for £100, which worked out quite well. And that video has made quite a lot of money for me. I mean, it's not paid for itself yet, but getting that way. Come on. Oh, there is. Oh, no, there's one left on that side. Now I've got, I'm pretty sure, more labels than I've got books. As I've got 5 spare books, do I just do extra ones? Do I just clear them all? Oh, I'm going to have way more. But I would say what they've done is they've just gone, well, we've got this whole sheet. We might as well just print them all. Not going to cost any more. Print a few more on the same sheet. I suppose it gives people a bit of choice about which ones they want to use. If they want to actually be reading the books, not that you can actually read the titles on the spine, which is all you're going to see of most of them. Oh, nearly there. Nearly time for me to go and have something to munch. Yeah, let's do the last 5, because then that sheet is completely cleared and we can chuck it out of the way. Yeah. I always double check there's nothing left on the sprue before I introduce it to the bin. One, 2, 3, and 2 more. Ooh. There is a bit of spare space going to be on some of the shells, so I'll be able to just add an extra book or 2 to some of the shells and fill them out a bit. I'll have to do a count up and see how many I actually need and then see how many I've got spare. There we go. I'll stick that in there, out of the way. So he's got to pop that and that on there. That's a spare. That's a spare. That's a spare. That goes at the front of the floor. Right, yep. So there we go. Let's shunt them out of the way. Over there somewhere will do. We'll double check. Yeah, it's just the E17 and 18. Oh, 11 and 18. There we go. those to go in on here, like so. I'll just position them for now, and then when I finish the stream, I'll wallop them with a hammer. So, thank you very much, everyone, for being here. I doubt I'm going to do a New Year's stream because I'll just want to be going to bed. I like to be asleep before the drunks start coming home from the pub. So, have a good week and have a good, happy, awesome, fun New Year. Don't overdo it too much. You'll only be paying for it. The older we get, the more we pay for these things, physically, emotionally, cash as well. Stay safe, have fun, peace out, rock on, and bye bye. Ooh. Sunday shop do 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 do. Sunday shop do 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 do. Sunday shop do 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 do. Mondays suck do 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 do. Mondays suck do 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 do. Mondays suck do 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 do.